We begin our last day of this house, sometime before all of the big raids against Mr. Gold begin. Elias enters into his house probably wearing the full suit of armor. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Just after him, Luke follows behind.
yes, easily noticed by Blight. Luke's behind you, walking in.
I turn around. Luke?
Closing the door.
Yeah, just
I
why is he here?
I need to talk to you. Although, I suppose it's less of you, more of Blight.
Me?
All right.
What?
What does that mean?
There's a lot going on, but bottom line is, I need Blight for his connection to Abyss. Because I'm wanting to talk to him again.
I don't know if Blake can do that, but if he's willing to, he could certainly try.
I can always try. That doesn't mean it'll work.
Trying is all I need right now.
Well, he said he's able to try, so
Why? Ask him why.
why? That's him asking.
I have made a variety of mistakes. But I the bottom line is I wasn't able to do everything I could to protect the people I care about. I can't always be there. And to that effect, I need to negotiate something. However, last time this happened, I simply called out to the void. And somehow it worked. This time, I only have one or two people I can contact. And one of them is stoutly ignoring.
I see.
Nor should this one. By the way, only asking you this. Nor should the one you can contact. Nor should you want to. Based on everything I know.
He said nor the one that you should contact based on what he knows. Don't really know what that entails unless you want to tell me. Blight.
The one I can contact?
Yeah.
It's what I know from what you know and from what William knew by being connected to Abyss.
The one I can contact that's been stoutly ignoring me is the darkness itself.
I know. Do you want me to just...
And this is to Elias.
Okay.
So Elias knows.
Okay.
The darkness is, in the best way I can describe, the closest thing to an evil god that exists.
Yeah, I see.
If I had a perfect world, I wouldn't be connected to them. But this world's not perfect, and I still need power.
So you're gonna hopefully see if Blake can contact him to give you more power.
Not the darkness. Abyss.
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 More energy.
Was different. Not malicious. Just wanting to be. And I figured if there's any way out of this, well, if I had any chance at negotiating my way for a better outcome, it would be with him.
Well, light and whatever you have to do, I guess do it. I just stick out a hand.
Never tried to do this before.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Is there power kind of coalescing in his hand?
You would see the dark energy because it looks similar to like the darkness in Abyss, but it's more smoke-like, more distorted.
Just like distorted smoke in my hand.
Luke will reach out and kind of place his hand in the smoke.
You can once you do that, you can start hearing light, and I think it's even easier because you're connected to the darkness.
Yup.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good, this is working. I didn't know it would. Is it because you're connected to it?
Probably. And this is
you
in...
can hear all of this too.
I'm assuming he's just in our entire mental conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a
Don't
three-way
mind
now.
me.
Wait.
Yeah. No.
I guess don't mind me.
Don't mind me. I don't know if this will work. I've never tried to contact Abyss before. I've never needed to.
I assume you never wanted to.
Kind of hard to want to when one of the creatures that cause you to exist doesn't know you do.
Yeah.
And I'd rather keep it that way. Why should I do this?
I don't think it would be so bad having Abyss know you're there. The darkness, it would be a different argument.
Why do you need this? I'm not going to do something without understanding why.
Because as I am right now, I don't think I'm capable enough. I don't think I can protect the people I want to. Not to mention, there are things going through my head that I need fixed.
I get that.
I'm not
there
sure
are
anyone
things
else
running
would.
around in our mind that we can't control.
I don't think anyone else would know what this connection feels like.
I am not the darkness. I hope that's something you can understand. I know that's not something that the others can, but you know the difference.
A fragment of Abyss, you are much more pleasant.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I meant it as one.
My previous person did not think so. William.
I don't think William could tell. Then again, I don't think William's actually felt the darkness. No one has.
If I do this, if I bring you closer to Abyss, what do I get out of it? What do we get out of this?
What would you like?
You can tell that light is just biased.
I don't know. Do I think I'd get this far?
I didn't think I'd talk again.
There are a great many things I could give and would give, but I don't know how much you're wanting.
I don't either.
There's something I want, and I don't know if you, Elias, want it. But I want harmony.
You want what?
Harmony. I don't want us to be opposed is the wrong word.
Separate?
Yes.
More like a direct connection.
That makes sense. I don't want to be so easily removed like Gold did. That was unpleasant. He still has some of me. Somewhere.
Mild question on Luke's current power.
Mm-hmm.
I am able to bind my darkness to someone's psyche. Right?
Your power is you hit someone with the energy.
Yeah,
you can control them.
And it controls them. It essentially makes their mind take a back seat.
Yes, which is very ironic. Because that's exactly what Abyss did.
Yeah, but like, could I technically use that power to try to bind him to Elias? Or would that not be in my purview?
I feel like you'd be able to give it a nudge.
A nudge.
But you would not be able to
Fully bind
do
them.
that. No. It would push it in the right direction. That would give Elias enough to be able to, if he wants to, make that possible.
I'll try my best, but let me try after I negotiate with Abyss.
Of course. As long as that's what Elias wants as well. And I know I could just know, but I'd rather you yourself.
Well, we're all in this together, so the extra help could work.
And being removed from your power would be a horrible thing.
Especially one that can fight back. He's experienced it when I'm suppressed.
I've seen him get hit by a power dampener,
Yeah.
right?
You saw Harvey do it.
Yeah.
And it caused him so much immense pain.
Doing this afterwards might also help you not be in pain anytime you're in one of those fields. I know I'm not.
I'd like that.
That'd be preferable, because that was probably the worst pain I've ever went through so far.
It might not make it so that we can use the power, but it might make it so that it's not as painful.
Well,
I'll do what I can do.
let's give this a shot then.
As your hand is out, Elias, you see the smoke start, like, spreading out and start swirling around the room effectively. I'm doing what I can. This is something I've attempted before. As the energy continues to flow around and around and around. Until you're in a dark place. You see nothing, effectively. You're both still there. They can see each other, but you can't see anything else.
Not so dark as the darkness's presence, though, right?
No. This is very clearly not
Not
the
that
darkness.
dark.
Yeah.
And you can also tell this is probably not the Twilight either.
The Twilight was more of a cell for him, let's
Yes.
be honest.
Yes, exactly. It seems to be like a mindscape.
Oh. Now this. This is closer than I would have expected.
It feels like it feels similar to the Darkness's realm, but in
But
a
so much different.
yeah, in a what someone you're seeing how Abyss feels it. Home. It
Yeah.
feels like home.
A much, much kinder place.
Mm-hmm.
And so much less old. And
Mm-hmm. And you are able to walk around now.
so I think we found it.
Unless you were there as well.
So this is it. It's
I've-
very peaceful here.
Well, this is... The best I could say is this is what it looked like whenever the darkness allowed me to enter its mind.
Ah.
Except in every way worse. The darkness, not here.
as you walk around, you would see figures, but they're not like, you can definitely tell they aren't real.
Mhm.
As in, they're not. They seem to be shadows, but like in the same way that when you have a dream, anything that's not
Real
a main
is
part of the
just
dream is just there.
in the background.
Mhm.
Luke will
No
continue looking
details.
around.
I'll just follow Luke then.
As you would look around, you would see, maybe off a little distance, you could definitely tell a figure darker than the rest of the dark. With the little fire and smoke coming off of him. With the semi-clear armor. But you're seeing him from the back, so you can't see the glowing white eyes. And he's just
And
standing there,
Luke will
looking
call
off into
out,
something.
"Hey, Abyss!"
He doesn't seem to react yet.
He'll walk over to him.
As you walk over, you would obviously no mouth, so no expression. But you can just see the eyes looking off into something. You can't see what it is.
Luke will kind of reach up with his darkness to
Mother.
not quite.
My friend.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
As Abyss turns to you, Luke. Yes, indeed. Who's your new friend?
This is Elias, and with him, I think a fragment of yours.
Not. You see Abyss kind of look at Elias, and Elias, you see Abyss like staring at you, but not in more in a quizzing look instead of like daggers at you. It's just like learning. Not fragment, more a merger.
A merger?
A merger between my energy and someone else's.
How interesting.
Hmm.
I suppose it's technically the result of, that other darkness being that was injected from that had the energy put from inside of him. Yes.
Ah, yes. William.
Yes, it came from William, but
Remove myself from him. It's a good the others.
this is the result of that. I think we've been calling it blight, but
Well, that's what he wants to call himself.
You can definitely tell. Let's not talk. He's not here in this place.
it's fair enough.
He's not here in this place.
Yeah, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Whether by choice or not.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
then again,
Very curious.
I suppose he also said he might not have wanted to interact with you much. He's afraid, so I'm sorry,
He has nothing to fear.
Yes, but I suppose it's more like the heretic. He's
As you
scared
say
of...
that, you can see because Blight has like some hint of like blue, but it's not like the energy blue. It's just
Mhm.
like
a color.
an abstract part of him.
Mm-hmm.
That gets more intense when you say the heretic, and his
He's-
eyes glow brighter white.
He's afraid of the connection, but
Please do not mention that creature in this place.
don't worry.
This
You won't
is
hear.
my
You won't hear any more about it from me. I try not to think of it as best I can either.
You come here. Luke Ward. It has been years, I believe, in your human time. As
Yeah.
you see, I too have been learning.
It's good to see.
What have you done to yourself?
Well,
What has mother or father done to you?
I think it was a mistake I made a long time ago.
Mistake.
Oh, in the nature of my deal with your father. There's things going through my mind, and aside from that, I feel weak. I couldn't protect the people I care about, and it's still haunting me.
Becca,
Yes, well,
is she still?
oh, she's alive. I just made some mistakes.
Truly got to make it up to her for my mistake. Way back when.
If you'd like to give her a message, I'm certain I can give it to her. But the nature of this meeting is
Friendly encounter.
Well,
Is it?
I'm not here to fight you, that's for certain.
I would hope so. Ended on such a thankful note.
No. Last time I talked to your father, I made a deal. I have been trying to contact him for a while so that I could reconstitute it in a way that more fits my objectives.
Is the deal not satisfactory?
Not really.
How so?
When I made the deal then, I made it out of panic, not knowing
Consequences.
the consequences, not knowing what exactly you were. I was afraid, and
Fear causes us to do foolish things.
yes, I'll be completely honest. That deal was made to stop you. Although, as a part of the deal,
I was not myself, or I was not who I wanted to be.
although your father made sure to tell me, at least, to warn me and make sure that you were protected in the end. But no, I feel like I need more. I suppose more power in general.
Power is a dangerous substance. if
More
not
versatility.
controlled.
Yes. Power is... I've watched it at first hand, what it can do to a person.
In my long life, I've seen many fall to its allure. Do not let it consume you, as it has consumed many others.
I don't intend for it to.
They never do.
For the root of this power, should I ever break that root, is love. Should I ever lose sight of that, I wish this be taken from me, but
You wish your power to be removed if you do not follow your goal.
if I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing, I don't deserve to be doing it.
Do you want to keep the one you have?
Not
Or something
necessarily.
new?
As Abyss like kind of moves slowly. I love the way it had Abyss. He moves like a shadow. Like just slower.
In a way,
Do you wish to get out of the contract with my father?
it would be better to have a contract with you.
I am by proxy. Enough. But my father is wise in ways I am not.
And you are... In your youth, you have a kindness he knows nothing of. Trust me
Do you
on
want
this one.
this to be hidden?
From him? I suppose.
Why?
It doesn't really matter whether or not he knows.
It does. For my father is also as much anger when contracts are broken.
And I do not intend to fully break a contract.
But it can be changed,
Yes.
altered. What ways do you wish it so?
As far as I'm aware, for a contract of this nature, you must give more in order to get more. There are 3 parts to this contract that I would like to write. One of them is that I would like to have as much power as physically possible from this deal. I'm confident I can wield it, but
I do not recommend
it would be
body
more.
can only hold so much before it snaps.
Then
As does the mind. I know these limits more than most. I have, sadly, crossed them. Not
I-
out of malice,
out of ignorance, if I remember correctly.
indeed. I wish you to fall to the same fate.
I don't wish to lose myself, nor my own body. But again, I would like as much power as I am allowed to take, so long as I stay sound of body and mind.
If you wish to take some of mine, I can only give so much before it is me and not you.
That is something I understand and would fully accept. I don't want it to be you, I want it to be me, but I do still want it.
Do you wish to make the deal I gave so many others way back then?
No.
I mean, be given power
In exchange for control?
in
Yeah.
exchange. Now I know better. The consequences of these deals.
Are deep.
I do not ask for control. I simply wish to learn.
Then I will give you a deal to satisfy you and a deal to satisfy the darkness. I know the darkness has his own greed, and in the end, he wants the entirety of me.
I do not wish you gone, taken away to the endless darkness, into the dark, the cold.
No, I doubt it would happen in my lifetime, but I know he wanted it nonetheless.
If you wish it so, I can put a, what do you call it? Clause. A clause in the contract, our contract, that will make it so if you do not follow the goal you wish to follow, the power you will have not.
No, I feel it would be a better curse to have the power and know I've lost my way. To you, I would say this. In exchange for giving me this power, you get to share my memories.
allow me in?
Yes. Not to control me, not to
No, of course not.
change my
never.
memories. But
Never again unless it was allowed.
I would let you see everything through my eyes. How I see things.
In exchange for what power?
There are two things. I want the ability to always live in the shadows of those I care about.
In what way?
That whenever I wish to be with them, I may walk through their shadow.
A direct connection to your loved ones. I can do that.
And the other part would be that of creation, or something to enhance my weaponry, something to make something to imbue weapons with the darkness I am granted.
Do you not have this already?
In a way, I do. And
It
in
is
a way,
limited.
I don't.
It can only do one thing.
It lets me control, and even then it has a harsh effect should those I control be in danger. No, what I would want instead is a lot less personal, a lot more direct.
You no longer wish control.
Control is something I never should have had in the first place.
You did not know what you had asked.
I needed something to help me touch you. That's all I knew.
Control can only be used so much.
And honestly, this deal is more about surrender than control. In the end, I'm certain by the nature of a connection with the darkness will have me, but even if it is by proxy with you. Still,
I do not wish you lost. Not when you saved me from a gruesome fate of pain and detachment.
I don't think I'll ever be really lost. Not so long as this deal exists. Even should I be dead, I don't think it should go away. So in all cases,
So long as your goal remains true.
so long as the goal remains true, even if I'm dead, I'll be alive in you.
And not with my father.
Yes, although I doubt my soul in general could escape that fate.
There are ways, but none I know of. None that I'm sure you wish I would learn.
Trust me, this is a fate I've accepted for months now.
There are those who will not. And you cannot control their choices.
I can only
More than
control my
I
own.
wish to control yours.
So in truth, it would be the ability to imbue things with the essence of shadow, be it mine or someone else's, and the ability to walk through shadows. Is that acceptable?
And I get your memories.
For now and for as long as I exist, you get to see the world through my eyes and share in my knowledge.
I would love to see the wonders of humanity from the eyes of those within it. For I was so blinded
Would this be a deal then? A deal to replace the one I own?
He turns toward you and begins to place a hand on your head. There is no need for a quill.
Yeah, there never was.
As he puts a hand on your head, and you can feel this energy filling into you, but it does not count as a separate connection.
It is
It
a
is simply an
transformation.
addition.
It's a transformation of the same connection. Which,
Because of the way his power works, of effectively hive mind stuff,
Mhm.
because he's able to do that, it allows him to move the connection from the darkness to himself, while still counting as the darkness.
same technical connection,
Yes.
although a very different deal.
Because of the fact that he is a spawn of the darkness. We call this a loophole.
And Luke found it well enough.
Mm-hmm. I would ask you to, Rebecca, and even Harvey if you wish.
I will. And although
That I would love to have some food one day. Or I've never eaten.
I might cook you some sometime, and through the nature of our connection, I believe you'll be able to say many more words.
I would love this.
For now,
I do have a question, if I may
Of
ask.
course.
Blight wants to be connected to me, and I don't know how we can do that.
not
No,
technically.
not technically. He can still be removed from me, and he
He's
doesn't want that.
latched on more like a...
If that is okay.
Sure.
Instead of putting his hand on your head and your hand on your head, because it seems like that's how he does his contracts.
connections.
Yeah.
Contract.
He takes Eliza's hand gently, and you just you feel it, but it would effectively feel like a ghost. It feels gentle and cold, not afraid. Like you don't feel scared, Elias. It's more like this is an unpleasantly nice feeling. Only because you've never experienced it before. Well, he doesn't have a mouth. He does have like he can express,
He can't express.
but not in the same ways. Effectively, you can.
It's all in the eyes, really.
You can tell that he gets happy as he lets go and says, "You already have what you seek.
I
You
do.
do not need me or him. Simply."
I'll see you again. And you'll see through me.
You do. As he considers and continues to look back into the darkness.
We should head back. Better here than anywhere else. I know that deeply.
And then smoke goes back into your hand, Elias, and you are back in the room.
And
What
wildly
happened?
enough, there is a physical change in Luke.
What happened? I couldn't feel you.
Well, we talked to him.
Do you know about a thing called mindscapes?
Yes, the doors and the rooms, I know them well.
We entered abysses. A lovely place, really. But
Really,
yes,
why couldn't I see it?
I'm not sure. Genuinely, I don't know.
It's like I was blind.
However, we both got what we wanted, I think. And with this, Luke's going to kind of consider for a little bit. Do you want me to try now, or do you want to try on your own? As Abyss said.
What do you mean?
You can try connecting me to him, I guess.
I'll try leashing you. It should work in a weird way, I suppose. Luke will kind of reach out, grab your hand again, and try to, as best he can, leash.
Using your power of now imbuing.
Yeah, essentially, I want to imbue him.
And it would
With
technically count
light.
because you don't have darkness energy anymore. You have abyss darkness energy.
Which is lovely for Blight.
Yes!
Yeah, because it's not connected to the dark.
So I'm going to try to leash Blight to Elias's physical form in the most binding way I can. That should
I would like you
serve as
to
a patchwork.
roll. And I will tell you one thing. Based on what Blight said, they don't need you to do that.
They don't.
But
But this should work as a
it
patchwork
will make
until
it
they do it.
temporary. You can make it temporary.
Dang it.
Oh.
I was wanting to spend tokens if I could, but
I will allow you. You have 3.
then I will spend as many tokens as I have.
What did you get?
It would be I had a 6.
So you have a 9.
Yeah. Right?
What would you like your extra effect to be?
My extra effect?
Because there's...
It's only temporary.
It's a limited time.
It's a limited time.
So this won't last long.
But this at least pushes you in the right direction, I suppose.
As he does this, as Luke, you're holding Elias's hand. You can, it's not. You can still feel like Luke's warmth of like because he's a person. You can still feel some of that gentle coldness of Abyss.
As it just kind of like wraps itself around you.
What's happening? I don't. As Blight starts talking, both Elias and Blight talk. You can hear both of their voices in sync.
At the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Now we can't actually do that. That's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
But that is what
That
you
is
hear,
how it hears.
and it doesn't last long. It lasts maybe about 10 seconds.
But it does
Now you know
feel.
you know what it feels. You feel, Elias, when that happens, you feel whole. Which is a strange feeling you've never felt before.
Weird.
But that was strange. Why did it stop?
I don't think I'm quite well versed in my power enough to.
You said it would work. You said you would do that.
I said I would try the best I can. And I will tell you this, Blight. When we were talking to Abyss, Elias asked him what it might take. And he said that he said that the two of you could do it on your own. Now you know what it feels like. It shouldn't take much time. I'll be around more often, I promise. And I'll help you as much as I can. For now.
Tell him I appreciate that. You don't need to.
Yeah, I don't need to.
You hear it.
Yeah.
Not because it's like not like the way Necro can get people to hear it, but more of
The
when
way a
you're
connection-
near him, you can hear Blight.
Which is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice for Luke. Luke is no longer left out of the conversation, but
Most people are left out of the conversation.
So only he can
Yeah,
now
it's-
hear
yes.
Blight when he's near me.
Yes, because of his connection to Abyss.
I think I have some apologies to make. So, I'll see you around.
Take care.
Thank you.
I will.
I do appreciate it.
And Luke is going to try to walk through his shadow and into Becca's.
Can you please roll power?
Hopefully, this
And
works.
because of the fact that he's connected to Abyss, you can actually use help.
What?
You can use.
Oh, you can use the help action. That's so sick.
What do we call it?
A sister hand.
Assist. You can use assist.
If you would
For
like,
him?
if you would like to, yeah.
Now I feel like we just made Elias and Luke have start
That's
beginning
terrifying.
of a relationship, of a fun relationship.
Unfortunately, you got like a
You
4
have
plus
3
your grade.
tokens.
Yeah,
You have 3 tokens.
I'll use them.
All right.
Okay, so it's a
Plus
plus 1, 13.
Very nice. As Luke, you put your hand on your shadow and it goes through. It's effectively what Blight was able to do with Elias.
Luke is
But
going.
you can tell it's specifically for who? Who is it able to take him to? Because he can't take him to everybody, remember?
The way I would like it to work is that he can bind it to one specific person and one specific place.
Mm-hmm.
And it is currently bound to Becca.
So what's the place?
The place isn't bound yet.
he walks through. And that will be the end of this short little adventure that we have begun. This video will be released before we play the stream, as I will be uploading it. Thank
Sounds
you
good.
everyone for watching.